Donald Trump's presidency has been a political whirlwind, marked by sweeping reforms, aggressive policymaking, and an unwavering commitment to reshaping America's governance. His second term has seen an accelerated push towards fulfilling long-standing conservative aspirations, from dismantling the Department of Education to slashing foreign aid and reducing the federal workforce. However, these moves have also ignited intense legal battles and widespread debates on executive power. This script delves into Trump's transformative policies, the motivations behind them, and the implications for the United States. The drive to reshape the federal government. One of Trump's most controversial and ambitious goals has been the dissolution of the Department of Education. Established in 1979, the agency has long been a target for conservatives who believe education should be handled at the state and local levels. By bypassing Congress and issuing an executive order to dismantle the department, Trump has made it clear that he is willing to push the boundaries of executive authority. Similarly, his administration has taken aim at other federal agencies, arguing that bureaucracy has become bloated and inefficient. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has faced massive layoffs, with Trump vowing to cut its workforce by half. Additionally, the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, has been effectively dismantled, with billions in foreign aid frozen. These actions reflect Trump's America First ideology, prioritizing domestic interests over international commitments. The Republican Party's unwavering support, unlike previous conservative leaders who faced resistance from within their own party, Trump has maintained a strong grip on the Republican Party. GOP legislators have largely refrained from challenging his aggressive policymaking, even when it encroaches upon congressional authority. House Speaker Mike Johnson's assertion that he is not uncomfortable with Trump's approach highlights the party's loyalty to the president's agenda. This unwavering support has allowed Trump to make rapid policy changes without significant pushback, even when he extended the deadline for TikTok's forced sale, a move that contradicted a bipartisan law. Republican leaders remained largely silent. This deference has emboldened Trump, reinforcing his belief that he can govern with minimal resistance from Congress. Democratic disarray and lack of a unified opposition, Trump's ability to implement radical changes has been further facilitated by the Democratic Party's internal divisions. During his address to Congress, opposition from Democrats was fragmented, with some lawmakers walking out, others heckling, and many remaining passive. Their failure to present a cohesive counter-strategy has allowed Trump to dominate the political landscape without significant Democratic obstruction. The lack of a unified response has also hindered efforts to legally challenge Trump's policies. While lawsuits have been filed against various executive actions, the slow-moving nature of the judicial system means that many of Trump's reforms could take years to be overturned, if at all. Targeting less popular government agencies, Trump's strategic focus on agencies with limited public support has made his reforms more difficult to contest. The IRS, long criticized for inefficiency and foreign aid programs, often viewed skeptically by American taxpayers, have been easy targets. By cutting funding and reducing personnel in these areas, Trump has avoided backlash that might arise from targeting more popular programs like Social Security and Medicare. This calculated approach has strengthened his appeal among conservative voters who see his actions as a necessary step toward reducing government overreach. His portrayal of federal workers as unproductive and excessive has further solidified this perception, making it easier to justify sweeping layoffs. The judiciary as a roadblock, but not a stop sign. Despite the aggressive pace of Trump's reforms, the judiciary has acted as a check on his authority. Over 100 lawsuits have been filed against his administration, challenging everything from the firing of civil servants to the freezing of federal funds. Judges have issued multiple rulings against Trump's actions, with some declaring his interpretation of executive power as unconstitutional. However, the judicial process is slow, and while legal battles unfold, many of Trump's policies continue to take effect. For instance, Despite court rulings against his firing of National Labor Relations Board member Gwyn Wilcox, the administration has appealed the decision, delaying any final resolution. This tactic of implementing policies first and dealing with legal consequences later has allowed Trump to achieve substantial policy shifts in a short time. Public perception. A divided nation. Trump's policies have elicited strong reactions from both supporters and critics. To his base, he is a decisive leader who is finally fulfilling conservative dreams that previous Republican presidents only talked about. His willingness to challenge bureaucratic norms and take bold actions has solidified his reputation as a transformative figure. Conversely, his detractors view his actions as reckless and authoritarian. Critics argue that by bypassing Congress and disregarding legal restraints, Trump is eroding democratic institutions. The perception that he is governing unilaterally has raised concerns about the long-term impact of his presidency on the balance of power within the U.S. government. Conclusion: a presidency that redefines governance. Trump's second term has fundamentally altered the landscape of American politics. His dismantling of federal agencies, consolidation of power within the executive branch, and ability to push conservative policies through sheer force of will have set new precedents. Whether these changes will stand the test of time or be overturned in the courts remains to be seen. What is certain, however, is that Trump has redefined the role of the presidency, challenging traditional norms and reshaping the conservative movement in ways that will have lasting implications for the nation. As the legal battles unfold and opposition forces attempt to regroup, the true extent of Trump's legacy will become clearer. For now, his presidency remains a bold experiment in executive power, one that continues to shape the future of American governance.